Hi everybody, it's Cheryl from Cheryl's Creations. Welcome back. I survived the week, woohoo! I think when I posted my last video, I had either just taken the kids or was getting ready to take the kids to camp. So I took, I think, 3 11-year-olds or 10-year-olds, my set of grandkids that are twins, a friend of theirs, and I took a 6-year-old. About a 2.5 hour drive down, 2.5 hour drive back. So, excuse me. By all appearances, I think they had a really great week. This is the first time that all of them, or any of them, have been to camp. My oldest grandson, we had trouble with, he had his phone and he wouldn't give it up to the counselors, and so he was texting a tad more than he should have. So what on earth? The dogs think they hear something on the front porch. So anyway, I went back to get them today, and they were all pretty much ready to come home. They said they had a blast. My granddaughter Adeline got stung by a bee, but she did, and she's kind of allergic, so she did perfect. She knew she got stung, went right away, got treated, no problems there. So she's a little trooper. But they did a lot of swimming. They did a lot of competing. The girls won a couple of medals for, I don't know, champion cabin, and I have no idea what else. The one grandson came home a little green around the ears because they did a color thing where they get covered in the powdered color, and then when you hose them down, it all turns colors, and he didn't get his all out, so he was a little green behind the gills, but he said he had a blast. So they are all ready to go back next year, so we'll just have to see what next year brings. Maybe mom can take him. That was a long drive for Mimi all in one day. So what am I working on? I don't have any really finished things, but I thought I'd show you some works in progress that I will have finished here very soon. The first big thing that I'm working on is from Pokemon. This is a requested order. Young man wanted Mewtwo, Mewtwo, and I had never heard of this character. I actually have both of the books, and he wasn't in either one of them, so I had to go searching. So this is a paid pattern, and I did get it off of Etsy, but this is what this is what the character looks like. He's all light gray or a silver, except for, I don't know if I have a good picture of that tail. Except for his tail, kind of shows you a line drawing, which is purple. So I love this yarn in the right color of silver, which is Hobby Lobby, and I had an obscure purpley plum color. I have no idea what it was. It was enough, so that's what I used. But this pattern is from, let me go back up here. It's by Seifer Stitches, Seifer''S Stitches, and it says Ash Frost. So, and I will put this information, but you can kind of see the name. There is a link. So I will put it in there, and that way if anybody's interested in that one. So far, this has been a really good pattern. It's been easy to follow. Oops. It has lots of good pictures that shows what things should look like and what's the top and what's the bottom. So I have all of the pieces completed. So now what I have to do, this is all the pieces once they're laid out. Let me get to see those. Those are not my pieces. That's the pattern pieces. But this has a lot of pieces to it. And here are my pieces. Does anybody else use Ziploc bags to keep their pieces together? I do that, most of the time. So, but like here's the tail, and it'll come up from behind. So I've got the tail. This is the head. This is the shape of the head. And this is the body. Okay. Now the arms I have put together already. So these are the arms that you do the fingers individual, and then you attach them to the toe or to the arm. The toes are the same way. I don't have all of those attached yet. But I have a bunch of little toes in here. This is a leg of some kind. I'm not sure. It must go like this. Hang on. It looks like this. So this part must come up and attach like a hip, and then it'll come down and the feet and toes will be down here, because there's two other pieces for that. So if you don't like to sew pieces together, this is probably not going to be a pattern for you. But when I first talked about doing this and I looked at the pattern and it said, definitely not for beginners, I really didn't think it was that bad. Then again, I've been doing amigurumi for a while, but if you break it down into each individual piece, the pieces weren't bad at all. They were very self-explanatory. And so my goal for tonight, unless I decide to take another nap, but tonight and first thing in the morning, I will be putting this together. So I will have pictures, and I will try and do another video when he is done. That way you can see the finished project. Excuse me, I was outside in the air today, and so I got a little cough from we have a lot of smoke in the air from Canada. So it was a long day driving with that. So my last video was Froggy Fever. Well, I'm not quite done with Froggy Fever yet. And these aren't quite finished either. I have made some like this. I've got to put some, I think I'm going to end up stitching the eyes on. But these are about 2 inches. There's another color. And I think I'm going to put these on keychains. I guess I just have the 2. No, I got 3. And I've got a couple other colors of this yarn, of the solids, and so I'm going to make some more solids. I think these would be great backpack buddies for going back to school in the fall. Attach a frog to your backpack. And they might do well as keychains. I don't know. But I was just toying with it and thought they would look cute. So there's my little bitty minis that I've got. And then a while back, and I mean quite a while, I was doing this is not a squid, it's a jellyfish. And I have this roll of multicolor yarn, which is the frogs were out of it, but I've done the pieces. I just have to attach these or put it all together for some jellyfish, some multicolor, nice bright jellyfish. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with those yet, but they'd been sitting down there in the bottom of my cart for months. So I dug all those pieces out and I'll put all those together. So the next day or so is probably going to be more of an assembly day or a couple of days so that I